Hello, and welcome back to episode 9 of the Telephone Farmer podcast. I'm your host, Diana, and today we're diving into a topic that can make or break your remote farming journey: financial management. When you're running a farm from a distance, every shilling, dollar, or naira you send, it counts. But how do you make sure it's used well, that you're not being taken advantage of, and the farm stays financially healthy? Well, that's what today is all about. With us again is the Queen of Remote Operations, Regina, the telephone farmer herself. Welcome, Regina.
Hi, Diana, and hello to everyone listening. This is a conversation I'm really excited about because once you get your financial system in place, your confidence as a remote farmer shoots up.
Regina, I feel like this is the elephant in the room. Remote farmers often don't want to admit they're losing money.
Absolutely. We like to believe our teams are honest, and many are. But without structure, even honest people make financial mistakes. In our early days, we sent money blindly. We had no clear budgets, we had no tracking records, and no system. That resulted to losses, confusion, and resentment.
Wow. So, what changed that?
Two things changed, Diana. We realized that farming is a business, not a charity. Also, we created systems that work without not being physically present. And those two things made the change.
Let's talk about budgeting. What does that look like for a remote farm?
Creating a smart budget actually works. And that's a great question, Diana. Let me break it down into two. Number one, activity-based categories. These will include your budget for land preparation, your budget for planting, and of course, weeding. The second one is fixed versus variable cost. Here we are thinking about our salaries. We have a little motorbike and we will include fuel, extra labor, fertilizers. And for those people who are renting storages, you may want to put that variable here too. And then the third one is emergency buffer. Always keep up to 15% for unexpected issues like drought. In last episode, we spoke about our unexpected flooding, pets attack, or even extra labor, or sometimes you may have shortages of labor because somebody quit and stuff like that. So you might want to have that extra cushion to help.
That's detailed. So, no more send me a K for the month type of requests?
Exactly. Every coin must have a purpose. We use Google Sheet with colored coded columns and formulas for which our manager is able to access, and it is collaborative.
Now, the big one, payments. How do you send money safely?
Payment systems that keep everyone accountable has really been a dream for us, and it has worked. So we use M-Pesa pay bill and till numbers. Thank God for Safaricom. Thank you for those great minds that created that. We don't send money to personal numbers. We use registered pay bill account for suppliers. Everything is logged: amount, time, and reference number. It helps during reviews and audits. And like I mentioned in the past, we have a phone number that is attached to our company, and our manager uses that phone. So everything is paid through that M-Pesa to pay bills through that phone, and we are able to access, retrieve all these records and verify.
That's brilliant. And it removes excuses.
Exactly. If they can't prove a payment was made, they don't get reimbursed. When it comes to salaries, paying via M-Pesa has really worked for us too. So all our farm workers are paid through M-Pesa. Before payments, of course, especially for our casual laborers, we ask our manager to submit their daily logs or pictures of what the casual laborers have done. Then once we have approved, then we disperse the wages through that M-Pesa line, and then she will pay them. And same case to their salaries too. We do it on a monthly basis, and we use M-Pesa to their personal lines, of course, which is now also traceable.
It's like digital payroll without the need for complicated software.
Yes, it is efficient and trackable, and that's very good. And it also builds trust for you. Workers know their payment is tied to their effort, not guesswork. Another milestone based disbursement that we do is, for example, for large jobs like fencing, or one time we had to set up a solar dryer. We release funds in phases. First, we release funds for material, and then the next phase will be the second installment when we see the progress. So we have to see the progress before we do our second installment. And our final payout only comes after we have verified completion of the task.
It's like construction project management with pictures instead of site visits, right?
Yes. And farming is project based actually. And with milestones, you will prevent incomplete work and unnecessary losses.
Okay, Regina, we've talked about spending. Now, how do you track and verify?
That's a good question, Diana. We have built a very simple but powerful system using Google Sheets. My husband's created columns for dates, items, services, amount, and paid by whom and to whom, and then supporting evidence like photos. Sometimes we even do a video link where possible, and we also have a column for balance remaining. It is shared between us, like Crystal Enterprise and Farm Manager, and we both look through and will update weekly or as needed. And I also mentioned in the past that we have our HR who does our audits. He is also very big on ensuring and using these Google Sheets. So he verifies, he audits, and he fixes a few errors here and there for us.
So it's like a live farm ledger, isn't it?
Yes, and every Saturday or Sunday, we jump on to a WhatsApp call to just go over the week's entries. We match receipts to entries, and if anything is off, we flag it. And like I said, we as Regina or Lawrence may not do that, but we have our HR who will do it for us. He's on contract, and if you want to get his numbers, he will do. We can connect you with, if you are a telephone farmer, we can connect you with him. He does a very good job. His consultation is very affordable.
Now let's talk post-season. What happens after the harvest?
This is where growth happens. At the end of every season, we do a financial review. We went over, did we go over the budget? Where did we underspend? Where the returns worth, or were the returns worth the investment? Then we sit down with our manager to realign for the next season. Of course, when I say sit down, we go over, we are telephone farmers, so we go over in a meeting.
Okay, Regina, do you ever find that the budget improves over time?
Yes. And I now have historical data from past season. I can predict how much maize we can plant per acre and what labor costs realistically are and when to scale back.
Let's switch gears. What should farmers avoid?
Great point. Here are 3 big mistakes that, believe me, we learned from this. We have been there. But number 1, sending lump sum without a breakdown. Always ask, what is this for, and how much did you spend and what was left? Note demanding proof of spending. Always ask for proof. Ask for photos, ask for videos, and ask for payments. And we now run it like a real business. And even if it's your farm, like your family farm business, run it as if it was a real business. Don't do it like just a side hustle.
That last one hits hard. Many farmers are casual about money until it's all gone.
Yes.
All right, as we close, what's your one big piece of advice for farmers listening right now?
My advice is this. If you are far, your systems must be close. Don't rely on phone calls and verbal promises. Create a clear budget. Use a transparent, trackable payments. Demand receipts or visual proof. Do regular reviews. And when I say regular reviews, I don't mean on a monthly basis or when you visit your local farm. No, do it on a weekly basis, on basis where a task is completed. Do a review. Don't wait for too long. If you don't need to be on the ground, but your structure must be. So, like for us telephone farmers, we are very far. We don't go home on regular basis, but our structures are right here with us.
Regina, this has been gold, and thank you. To our listeners, if you've been stressed out about how to manage money on your farm, I hope today gave you confidence and clarity. That's it for today's episode of the Telephone Farmer podcast. Today, we learned about managing money from afar, and we learned that it's not about control, it's about clarity, structure, and trust.
Yes, Diana, and whether you are farming 1 acre or 100 acres, always remember follow structure. If your system is weak, your finances will definitely be weak or leak.
We hope you feel empowered to manage your farm's finances with confidence, even from miles away. Before we go, here's a quick heads up. Our next episode, we will discuss all about numbers and planning. We'll walk you through how to budget for a 1 acre pyrethrum farm, from land preparation to planning splits and everything in between. Whether you're just getting started or scaling up, you don't want to miss it. And this is Diana.
And this is Regina, the telephone farmer herself. Stay accountable, stay profitable, and stay planting forward. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are now at almost 100 subscribers. I
Woohoo!
encourage you to continue sharing, continue speaking to your friends. If you want to become a new telephone farmer, join in. Let's learn together. We are going to go far, and telephone farming is very, very fulfilling. Subscribe to our Regina the Telephone Farmer podcast, and let's learn together. For those who have continuously subscribed and supported us, we appreciate you. Shout out to our brother in South Korea, Eric. We love you. You have implemented a few things and it's working, and we appreciate to hear such testimonies. Thank you, my friend in California, Betty, for listening and subscribing to our channel. Thank you, Eunice in the US. Thank you for subscribing and sending that encouraging message to our podcast. We really love all our subscribers. And to our best friend, Sakura, thank you for encouraging us to even start this podcast. We appreciate you. We love you. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.